Friends, Vanakkam. We are going to discuss about the money supply, which is the 14th unit in Indian economy and Indian financial system paper. So let's start with money supply. Before getting into money supply, we should know the basic about money. So let's first have a look at what is money and then we can move on to money supply. So to understand about money, let's move to our olden days. In those days, they used barter system. In barter system, if one person is having rice and another person is having vegetables, they will exchange both the products, both the goods. If the person having rice wants vegetables, he will be ready to exchange his rice to the other person's vegetables. Suppose if the person having rice is not interested in vegetables, rather he is interested in buying or exchanging his rice for wheat. But the person who is trying to exchange his wheat is not interested in getting it exchanged to rice. He wants paneer for his wheat. So this will create a problem and no one could exchange their products and they can get what products they desire. So to avoid this problem, what our ancestors did, they used gold and silver. These precious metals they used as a medium of exchange. With these precious metals, they try to exchange their products among themselves. But there is a problem. These precious metals are only limited in quantity. They are not abundant. So we have to find another medium which will be very much abundant, which could be used without any problem. So this is how currencies were started to get printed. So the first point is medium of exchange. Money is a medium of exchange and money is not a currency. So the first characteristic of money is a medium of exchange. If I want to get some apples, I will go to the shop and I will ask for half a kg or 1 kg of apple. There is a measurement, there is a unit. We use kilograms to weigh apples. Likewise, if I want to go from one place to another place, I will measure the distance between those two places with kilometers. In the same way, if we take any product, laptop, car, bike, house, cameras, if we take any product, the value of those products can be measured with the help of money. So money helps to measure the value. Not only to measure the value, it is also storing a value. Let's take 2000 rupee note or 500 rupees note. These notes are storing a particular value with them, and RBI promises to pay the value to us in case of emergency if those notes are not accepted by the public. RBI will repay the amount, or RBI will substitute with a product whose value is equivalent to the value of these currencies. So money can store a value. And the final one is standard for deferred payments. Loans are given and taken by people. With the help of money, we are able to get future payments for the loan we have lent and able to repay the loans which we have received from some other person. So money is used to repay the amount which we have received from another person, and it is also used to repay the amount which we have received from a bank or any private firm. So anything which has these four characteristics, that is medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, standard for deferred payments, is called as the money. Next, we can come to money supply. At a given point of time, how much amount is being circulated, how much money is being circulated in an economy is known as the money supply in the economy. We should try to understand the money supply because the money supply can affect the price levels of the products, that is goods and services which are produced in the country. Also, it can affect the exchange rates in our country. When there is a huge money supply, prices of goods and services will increase, which will create an inflation. Because of this, the value of money will get deflated. So the exchange rates will increase. Apart from this, our GDP is the value of goods and services which are produced in a country. If there is a good amount of money supply, then there will be a good production. If there is less amount of supply, then the production will be also low. So the money supply can affect the price levels of products in our country, foreign exchange rates, and GDP of our country. So it is essential to know about money supply, and we should also know how to measure money supply. How are we going to measure money supply? The first one is money supply is money supply is being measured with the help of monetary indicators M1, M2, M3, and M4. Before that, we have M0. M0 is known as the reserve money or the base money. The M0 consists of currency which is circulated by RBI. Then the deposits which are reserve deposits which are deposited by banks with the RBI, and other deposits with the RBI, mostly the government deposits with the RBI. So this is the reserve money and the base money. This is the money which is circulated by the RBI into the economy. Next one is M1. M1 is called the narrow money, and the M1 money consists of currency with the public, currency with the public plus demand deposits with the banking system. As we know, demand deposits are amount in the savings account which we can easily withdraw and use, and other deposits with the RBI. So if we take M1, M1 is the most liquidable money available. So the next one is M2. M2 consists of M1 plus savings deposits of the post office savings bank. So this one is little little bit less liquid than M1. So M2 is little bit liquid than M1. And the next one is M3, which is known as the broad money. This consists of M1 plus time deposits with the banking system. As we know, time deposit is the fixed deposits and the RDs which we have deposited in our bank accounts. This fixed deposits can't be withdrawn as we wish, because there will be a penalty if we withdraw the money before the maturity period. And the final one is M4, which is M3 plus all deposits with the post office savings bank. So these are the money indicators which are used to measure the money supply. So I have taken the reserve money M0 data from RBI website. So if we look at this, according to February 2nd, 2024, the reserve money is 45 lakhs 15,690,000 crores is our reserve money, and the M3 value is 2 crore 43 lakhs 749 crores. So if we see the component side of M3, this M3 is extracted from the balance sheet of RBI and the banking sectors. This M3 also works like a balance sheet. That means in a balance sheet, the liability side and the asset side will be equal. Likewise, in M3 also, the component side and the sources side both will be equal. Component side we have already seen, and the sources side. Source means how the funds here are used by the banking sector. What will the banking sector normally do? They will give credit to government sector. They will give credit to commercial sector. They will invest in foreign exchange assets of banking sector. Then government currencies liability to the public, and the final one is the banking sector's net non-monetary liabilities. So banking sector's net non-monetary liabilities will be their capitals and reserves. So this is what is mentioned in the sources versus components of money supply. Next one is money multiplier. So before going to money multiplier, we can see the RBI has circulated uh, only 34 lakhs. RBI has calculated only 34 lakhs. The reserve money is 45 lakhs. But as we see, the M3 broad money is 2 lakh, 2 crore 43 lakh. They have circulated only around 33 lakhs, but M3 is 2 crore 43 lakhs. How is it possible? It is possible with the help of money multiplier effect. The concept of money multiplier is given by Milton Friedman and Ernest Schwartz. Here they have mentioned three important items. First one is currency to deposit ratio, reserves to total deposits, and excess reserves maintained by the bank with the central bank. Currency currency to deposit ratio means when a person gets some money, how much percentage of that money he is going to hold on, and how much percentage of that money he is going to deposit in the bank. That's what we are going to talk in currency to deposit ratio. It is the money held by the public in hand to money held as deposit in banks. If the publics hold more amount of money in banks, then the money multiplier effect will be high. If people try to hold more money in their house, then the money multiplier will be very less. Regarding reserves to total deposits, it talks about the reserve amount, that is a CRR and the SLR amount which the banks deposits with the RBI. That's the second one, reserves to the total deposit. And the third one is the excess reserves maintained by the bank. Some excess reserves will also be maintained by the banks. Those excess reserves also important. Now let's try to understand how a very small amount is being circulated by the central government, and it is being converted to a very huge broad money M3 with the help of banks. Let's say RBI is only only has printed a 100 rupee note. The 100 rupee note is deposited in the bank. So as per the reserve ratio, CRR SLR, let's take it as 10%. CRR and SLR combined, let's take it as 10%. So the bank can lend 90 rupees and they should reserve 10 rupees with RBI. So this 90 rupees a person is getting as loan. He is crediting this 90 rupees as salary to his employees in another bank. So this another bank, this second bank gets this 90 rupees as deposit. It will it will pay its reserve, 10% reserve, which is 9 rupees, and then lend 81 rupees from this 90 rupees. So this will go on, and finally it will reach a place where the total deposit will be 1000 rupees and the loan amount given is 900 rupees. But the thing is, RBI has only printed 100 rupees, but it has got converted because of the money multiplier effect. It has got converted to 1000 rupees. So how the money multiplier effect can be calculated? Money multiplier effect can be calculated with the help of two formulas. First one is 1 divided by reserve deposit ratio. 1 divided by, in our example, we have taken 10% as our reserve deposit ratio. So 1 by 10% will be 10. So RBI has printed 10 rupees. It has been converted to 1000, which is 10 times of 100 rupees. The next one is, the another formula is M3, that is the broad money divided by the narrow money. So here it is 1000 rupees divided by 100, which will be 10. So this is how money multiplier effect will be calculated. And the next one is the velocity of money. Okay, so let's take for example, this person is buying cake for 100 rupees from this person. This person uses this 100 rupees to buy wheat. This person uses this 100 rupees to pay wages. This person uses the 100 rupees to pay school fees. This person used the 100 rupees to buy chalk piece. This person used the 100 rupees to buy biscuits. This person used the 100 rupees to buy EV bills. This will go on and on. So velocity of money is the number of times a currency is used to purchase a good or service. Velocity is calculated using the formula nominal GDP divided by broad money. Using this formula, we can calculate the velocity of money. If the velocity of money is high, a high velocity of money will show there is good liquidity in the economy, and the low velocity of money will show that liquidity is less in the economy. So today we have discussed about money supply, money multiplier effect, and velocity of money. And in the next video, we can discuss about inflation. Thank you.